Hello, gamers. It's been a hot minute, but we are doing a Commanders. We are doing another episode of Commanders College. This time we're doing Sandswept Isles. Um, I'm just trying to form my squad right now. This usually you do this in the context of an LS4 train, so you're already bringing a full squad here. So kind of forming a squad like this, like I'm doing, is a little unconventional, but hopefully it'll be enough for demonstration purposes. All right, let's get started. So as usual, this is a bounty board. So the best thing to do in order to grab all the bounties is to have your squad help you. We are starting. Let everyone know where we are. All right, and I say take all bounties, say which one you take. And then while my squad is helping me with that, I am going to use my markers to mark all of the locations. So I'm as the tag, I'm holding Alt and left clicking on the full map. And then I can use my markers to pinpoint exactly where these are located. So that way I don't forget. Seneb will always be in this spot right here. Well, he doesn't ever change. So, if you can remember just that, use your 4 map markers, hold 1 bounty, and make sure you don't forget where Seneb is. I do a lot, but my squad will help me. Then you can have all of the bounties ready to go. All right. South bounty run leaving now. All right, so and you can tell that all the bounties are taken because they all have the blue light. If you look closely at the actual like paper bounty on the board, it's a weird little mechanic, but it's good to know. And since we marked all the locations, we can see exactly where to go. If this terrain will cooperate with me, that'd be nice. There's one here. Eventually, the person holding the bounty will show it. Oh, okay, that's fine. I'm on the wrong weapon set, but it's totally okay. There's not a whole lot of gamers following me today, but that is perfectly okay because that means this enemy doesn't scale as hard. Very convenient. All right, and then from here we can fly down and tag Vebis. See if I can build out my squad a little bit by inviting the random people that show up. That'd be cool. And then during this whole time, I am keeping an eye on where the map timers are, right? I'm very interested in knowing what the map timers are doing. Okay. So that one's done. I can alt-click that off my map. And then I'm going to auto-run, and I'm going to alt-click this one off my map. My next one to go to is over here. So what I can do is I can actually come over here and direct everyone through this jackal portal. I like to drop some flares to just like show people exactly where to go. And then that teleports me over here to this bounty. One thing you can do is you can tag all these enemies as you're running through. No one really tends to come here, which means these enemies have been alive for a long time, so they've accrued XP. Like you can see I'm getting a fair bit of bonus XP. I didn't really have time to apply my boosters properly today, but even without that, like, it's looking good. All right, there's Magneton Manipulator. All right, and then after this, I'm going to be heading to the one that I actually picked up. Uh-oh. Okay. So this is an open world map, which means that sometimes people will just do things. And it looks like someone is doing Seneb right now. So I am probably just going to path everyone to that tag just to make sure that we don't miss out. I really do not want to miss Seneb. Seneb is a legendary bounty, so he gives more rewards than the other ones. Okay, yeah, let's go there. Yeah, so just keep an eye on the state of the map and make sure that, like... Oh, goodbye. I just got punted. Just make sure that you're not missing out on anything if people just randomly start stuff. Just keep people a little informed on how things are going. Make sure everyone can get a tag on the boss. And then what we're going to do, I can see Mark Suppressor Golem is up, so I'm just going to direct everyone there. Tell them they're famous and in the video. Nah, it's okay. So I'm just going to direct everyone to Mark to the Golem, and then I can cycle back and do the thing that do the pattern I actually intended to do. This is part of the reason why I love Sandswept Isles so much as a map, because it's just so chaotic. Everything can change all at once. It is pure chaos. There's just so much going on that you could do at any given time. Now, while I'm here, I can take a look at the map, and okay, so that event is not up. If it was, then I'd see an NPC icon over there, but it's not there. All right. So I already know where I'm going. I'm pathing my way back to the bounty I wanted to do, which is the one that I took over here. Let me change my build real quick. Okay. So I got Crystal Wing. But you can see on the side of my screen, the primary reward I'm getting here is, like, I'm getting event XP, because this is a very event-dense map. And then I'm also getting karma from Karmic Retribution. You have to unlock that beforehand, of course. And then from that, I am getting a lot of volatile magic. Every time Karmic Retribution happens, you get 1 volatile magic. And over an extended period of time farming a given map, it stacks up very nicely. Okay, so something really important just happened. The timer for Specimen Chamber just started. This is the south meta in the map, and that's going to be active in 15 minutes or so. So that's the time I have left to clear out as many activities as I can, and I need to catch Specimen Chamber. It is the strongest event on this map, and it's super important. It gives an enormous amount of XP. So it's little things like that, just keeping an eye on what's going on around you and having a bit of awareness as to what's going on, and that's the best way to like farm this map. Like you can see we are just going from event to event. There is no downtime. We are blasting. It's very hard to run out of things to do on Sandswept Isles, and it's actually to the point that like if you're farming this map properly, you will hit diminishing returns pretty quickly. Just because not because you're like repeating the same stuff over and over, but because there's just so much stuff to do that you will, like, you'll just run out, you know? Like, the game will just say, okay, you've been gaming way too hard. You need to slow down, you know? It's really fascinating. I don't think there's any other map where things are this dense that's currently in, like, modern Guild Wars 2. There have been instances in the past, but those have mostly been smoothed over or made obsolete. Okay, I think that was all the bounties, actually. Right? Did I get them all? Yes, I did. Okay, cool. So we're going to check the north board. I haven't looked at north yet. Okay. I have a decision to make. So someone's going to clear out that storm thing. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look here. I'm going to take a moment and pre-plan the next part of this route. Because I think after this, we can force the north meta to spawn. Okay. Take all bounties. Yeah. Okay, everyone already knows what's up. Okay. So I'm marking out all the locations. Okay. We're going to save some of these bounties for later. We're not going to do them now. We're going to try and catch them while we're doing the north meta escort. It's actually really fascinating. All right, so we're going to path everybody over here. And we're going to do Stonehoof. So right now I want to clear out all the bounties that are not in the escort path. That is my highest priority at the moment. I think we just ambushed like a group of players that are doing the story. And we just spawned a giant champion on them. That's pretty funny. That's the chaos of Sandswept Isles. Anything can happen at any time. I've seen 2 bounties stacked on top of a meta. This map is total bananas. It is insane. All right. So that one's done. Now I'm going to head, and I'm going to path my squad east. Having Condi Cleanse in your build as the commander is really nice, because if you get crippled, then your squad's going to move slower, you know? Oh, there's a Starcaller head. That's interesting. Someone must have left that behind. Starcaller is the legendary bounty for North. He wasn't up, so we weren't able to fight him. If he was, he would be spawning right about here, which is why his head was just randomly hanging out. The cool mechanic with Starcaller, though, is that he's a Hydra, and you chop off his heads as you fight him. And if you tag the heads, there's a chance you'll get a rare mini that sells for a decent chunk of money on the trading post. So he's actually worth potentially way more loot than any other legendary bounty in the game, which I find kind of interesting. All right, that one's done. We're going to path south. And we're going to spawn a bounty right on top of this AFK person. And you can see, like, using the map markers to, like, mark out locations on where to go ahead of time, it really makes your life super easy, you know? I am putting 0 brain power into remembering where all of these bounties are because I've noted it on my map, so I never have to actually remember. It makes your life very, very simple. Alright. We'll grab Iron Shell, and then... I don't really remember how much time has passed, so I'm just going to quickly waypoint south after this. And check in on things. We're going to have to find something to get these gamers to do. If there's sufficient time, I might have them clear out one of the North Champion spawns. And that'll give us more time to do other things later. I'm not really sure yet. I need to think about it and just like kind of see the state of the map. Okay, so someone did clear out that event, and North is active. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to drop my Jade waypoint. Stay here. Do not follow. I'm just going to quickly check over here and take a look at what my timer is. Okay, so we have 7 minutes. All right. Some North. Yeah, okay. So we have 7 minutes. I'm not going to make people wait while there's events we could be doing. So I'm just looking at my clock on my desk here. The South meta will be up at XX24. So at around 21, I'm going to path everyone over there. We'll see how far we get here. The purpose of like LS4 commanding is to always make sure people are doing something. That's how you keep your squad together. That's how you keep people engaged. It is super important. If you like, it's okay to take a break, like a 5-minute like bio break. That's super okay. Don't sit here for 7 hours and not stop and not take a break. But like, if you're gaming, you should be gaming, you know? Sandswept Isles is a total clusterfuck of a map, to be completely honest, right? There is just so much going on and that it's always going to play out a little bit differently. So if you bring a squad here and like the way that this map works is it's all relative to the time the map started, which isn't really visible information. You can use Arc DPS's metrics window to take a look at that. But like, there's just too much going on, you know? So it's basically going to be random every time. It's very interesting. So knowing all of the things you could do and then finding a way to put the pieces together, it's honestly one of the most fun things you could do as a commander in this game. You definitely will need to have like full mobility in terms of your mount unlocks. This map does get pretty mountainous, and in order to keep the train going, you need to be fast, right? Griffin, Skyscale, all important. If you need to go quickly check this the other side of the map while leaving your squad with there, Jade Waypoint's very useful. Prototype Position Rewinder even has some uses. This is actually where you unlock it, you know? There's an event in the south region where the prototype rewinder is actually extremely useful as the commander. You can do some really cool stuff and like make things go very fast for your squad. All right, so I'm just communicating where I'm going next. I really do not want to miss Specimen Chamber. So we're going to clear this last dude, and then I'm going to spam ping the waypoint. Here we go. Boom, 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 boom. Everyone goes there. All right. So I did arrive a little early. That's okay. I'm just going to lead people on a kill train. And I'm going to make everyone do the Renown Heart, and it's going to be really funny. Honestly, like, this is getting people to do a Renown Heart, especially in LS4, is definitely not the worst thing you could do. Because all the heart vendors actually do give some pretty nice stuff. Everyone's going to get some LS4 map materials out of this. And they can eat that for volatile magic, which they can turn into trophies. There's all sorts of things they can do with that. It's good stuff. Plus, we are killing stuff, so it's not terrible. We are getting XP out of this. Oh, dear. Okay. It looks like someone has started the North meta without us. That's okay. They're definitely not going to be able to get to the end while we're here. And that meta is not... it doesn't have a fail timer, per se. It just has NPCs. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, that heart is done. All right, good stuff. Okay. So that killed a little bit of time, and now it is actually time for Specimen Chamber. So we're going to throw down some food. The portal to enter Specimen Chamber is going to spawn right here. So we're just going to have everyone pause for a moment, just to make sure nobody misses it. Let people know in map chat that it's Speci time. Oh. That was... I don't know what my dailies were, but I just did them. That's pretty cool. And you can see we are just getting so much stuff. It's good stuff. Ah, yes, tagging build. Good point. So for Specimen Chamber, you're going to want to use a tagging build, something you'd be using in like Lab Farm. Maybe with some damage, though, because there are champions that we need to kill in order to make more enemies spawn. I'll get into that once we are in there. As the commander, we do have a couple of special things we need to do in order to make this work. All right, here we go. 10 seconds. Two, one, and we are moving. All right, so we are in. Hop over here. Throw a way station. Throw a hero banner. And actually, here's where you throw food. EMP is extremely important here. This lets you tag every mob in its radius very, very quickly. And what you want to do is you want to lead people around and hit as many enemies as you can. Having mobility skills on your bar is very important because it makes it so you can move around and tag all the enemies good. And you can see I'm running around. I really like Scrapper for LS4. It's quite nice because you get super speed. And honestly, that's excellent, excellent CC. Or, not CC. It's excellent mobility. Makes it very easy to get around and make sure you don't miss any tags. But as the commander, it also means that you're always going to be in front of everyone, so you can lead people on what to do. And these enemies are going to keep spawning for 6.5 minutes. It's a lot of enemies, and we are getting XP and karma and volatile magic from every single one of them. It's very nice. We're going to be pressing EMP basically off cooldown. Okay, there's a champion here. This champion will prevent the next waves from spawning. I'm just going to run over here, quickly tag these, and then get back to the champion. So if we leave this champion alive, the wave over here won't spawn next until it dies. So it's really important that everyone contributes to help killing the champion. All right. That's my EMP gone. I'm going to refill it. This is why you place it right there, because it's a very convenient location to refill. All right, get the tags. Run, run, run. Oh, there's an enemy alive. You have to kill the entire wave. All right, so that's dead, and now the next wave will spawn. That's how that works. So if the enemies stop spawning, just like make sure that nothing's like randomly left alive. Sometimes enemies will be knocked back like into that laser gate. That's normal. That's not a ranger using their like longbow 4. Don't yell at anybody. When you level up, you knock everything back around you. Like, it's an automatic attack. You can't not do it. All right. We're going to need to get in here and get a little messy. All right, so we're running back. These are some nicely sized waves. We got a decent squad of gamers. Most in the squad, some out of squad. Both are based. We're about halfway done. And you can see the loot is pretty good here. So while this is going on, I'm going to try and pan my mini-map around to see what the area looks like. Doesn't look like Dominus is up. Dominus is a champion event that spawns like right about here-ish. And if he was up, I'd be able to see his event icon on my mini-map right now. Oop. The enemies here do have a fair bit of CC, so if I was a smart gamer, I would have taken Juggernaut and gotten pulsing stability, but unfortunately I'm not smart. So that's tragic. All right, Alright, and that should spawn the wave that's over here. I could have gone over there and tagged that wave, but but it's like spawning this next wave is way more important for the good of the group. Okay. There are some enemies over here that did not die, so we're going to need to kill them. And then that will spawn this wave over here, which I can tag with EMP. Oh, apparently there is a daily here. That's cool. All right, yeah. You can see that people are leaving enemies behind pretty frequently. It's just when people like want to farm and tag all the enemies, they want to make sure they catch the wave as soon as it spawns. That's understandable, but you got to get people to break that habit. It's super important. Otherwise, the entire run will kind of suffer a little bit. All right, that champ should spawn the next wave, which is over there. We can run in and tag everything. Grab EMP. Finish off this wave since people are leaving it alive. Alright, that'll spawn that wave over there. I'll tag this wave with EMP, super speed my way over, and then get the rest of this with Flamethrower. I can get this wave with EMP. Ah, that's a little unfortunate. Someone leveled up right in the wave. That's fine. Okay, and that's the wave. All these enemies are going to despawn. Sometimes people like to make predictions here. This is me trying to get information about what's going on in the north.
I think you'll still find them quite lively. They're the next step from my father's work, you know. I do hope you enjoy.
If we miss it, that's really unfortunate, but we can. Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see, I guess. All right. So this is just a standard boss fight. There's nothing special here. The enemies are chosen randomly, and some of them have some nasty attacks. This is like this death one has that like cone attack. It'll like eat you and spit you out. It's a little annoying. All right.
Fascinating. Subject underperformed expectations. Activate phase 2.
A good way to keep people engaged is to activate memes as frequently as possible. So if you just type if you tell everyone to dance, it's pretty funny. It's a good meme. There's so many different things you can do with that. You can randomly press ready check in the middle of combat. Tell jokes. I know a lot of commanders like to tell jokes. Like some of them have like some pretty good jokes that they tell during the run. I don't have jokes. I just have bad memes. I'm trying to get these people to not kill the boss at the end. That'd be nice. I'm just trying to, like, persuade them, hey, just chill for a second. We'll be there soon. Do not kill the boss. We really, really want to kill that. So, unfortunately, it looks like I'm not going to get to show off the escort, so I'll just briefly describe it. You just start at this waypoint, you path through here, and you end up, like, somewhere around here-ish. It's just a whole bunch of enemies to kill. It's good to kill time with. And then Zohaqan at the end is required for a lot of achievements. The 32-slot bag, I think, asks for him. Return 2 asks for him. So a lot of people are very interested in killing Zohaqan. Alright, now the beauty of placing a hero banner at that specific location we used earlier is we can actually just run out and tap it again. So we're going to guide everyone over here, and we're going to use the banner again, and that's going to extend our buff by about 5 minutes. I bonked pretty hard. Unlucky. Alright, hopefully we get there in time. I wasn't really expecting people to try doing Zohaqan on their own. Ah, stuck on some terrain. Let's take a look. How we doing? Oh, they're at 100. Nice. Okay, res this gamer. Res the fuck out of this gamer. And generally, like, I mean, this is actually a perfect example, right? Some people will just go ahead and start shit, and that's fine. It doesn't matter, you know? And if you just, like, communicate with them, let them know what you're doing, you can come in and help them, and they'll be very appreciative, you know? Just when Zohaqan dies, just be very mindful. He's going to spawn a chest in the middle, and anybody standing in his hitbox is going to get trapped inside that chest, and they won't be able to leave. So just make sure you're standing outside the hitbox. Ah, yes. Rich Orichalcum Vein. Pathing through nodes is actually a great way to get some value into your gamers, you know? It's XP, it's the actual node itself. It's quite nice. And then we can path out here. To hit this difluorite crystal. And then since we weren't here for the escort, I saved this bounty earlier to do during the escort, but since we didn't get that, we can actually just head out and do it now. And then we'll have to find something to do, because we've kind of exhausted our options at this point. Right? We've done all the bounty boards. Well, I think someone said they had Starcaller, so we can do that. It's a very dynamic map, you know? Like, things can just go... You might have to change your plan completely on the fly. It's very weird. 1, 2, 3 shockwaves. Exterminator has a lot of very spicy attacks, so he actually has mechanics you need to pay attention to, which is good because his character model is very big. Alright, so we're going to sky scale up this cliff and path everybody up. You know, now that I think about it, now that Soto's out, more people have sky scale, so like these routes that I take will be easier for people to follow. That's pretty nice. Alright, here's Carstaller, or Starcaller, whatever you want to call it. I call him Carstaller because it's funny. And eventually one of his heads is going to chop off. This is what I was talking about earlier. Yep, there it is. So if you tag his head, that's actually just a unique enemy at this point that you can tag for loot. And if you're lucky, you will get a mini out of the deal. I've personally never gotten the mini, but people in my squad have in the past. All right, very good, very good. Okay, let's take a quick look and see what's going on in South. Okay, no events. I think we've very efficiently cleared everything out. Wow, look at that. And that's about right, because we've been going for about 40 minutes at this point, and that's about it. All right, hello gamers, it's Sloth from the future. I came back after the run, and I'm just recording this a couple days after to show you my skip for Dominus. So this is generally, you want to do this immediately after Specimen Chamber. If you walk a little bit over here to the left and check this door, you should be able to see this event pop up if it's up, right? If Seek Out Agent Kashud means it's ready to be spawned. So you go out to the left, go up here, and lead your squad onto this jump pad. And you just hop up real quick. And then you want to type to your squad and tell them to stay here. Do not follow me, right? Then you want to take your prototype position rewinder, pop it, and fly on over to the NPC. You talk to him to start it. I'm not going to do it because I don't want to like grief anyone trying to farm on this map. You talk to the NPC, you click this option, and then you rewind back to the platform. At that point, the boss will be up, and you just need to fight him. It's a fairly simple It's a fairly simple encounter. He's got an intermission phase where you have to kill some enthralled wyvern ads that are just kind of hanging around. But other than that, there's not much to him. So yeah, that's Sandswept Isles in a nutshell. At this point, you'd be moving on to a different map in the context of an LS4 train. So I hope you all found this. Oh, hang on. Nope, that's a different event. All right, so I hope you all found this helpful. If you have questions, let me know. I've got a whole bunch of different ways you can contact me. And yeah, I'll see y'all later. Take care.